paint you a scenario. You're a businessman, captain of industry, or maybe even a celebrity, and you want the same rewarding experience when you travel that you get from your swanky corner office or your multi-crore luxurious home. You're likely to want the first-class experience wherever you go, and that's what you'll get in the Toyota Vellfire. The Vellfire does quite literally stand out on the road. The vertical chrome nose helps its presence, no doubt, and even the hyperchrome 17-inch wheels don't seem overdone. There's just that much acreage of metalwork to offset all the chrome. Because it's actually shorter than both its direct rival, the Mercedes-Benz V-Class, and the Kia Carnival from a couple of segments below, though it's the tallest of the three and thus has that imposing presence. Space inside has been optimized cleverly, as you'll see. The star of the Vellfire has to be the second row seating, undoubtedly. This is something that you're not likely to see outside of an aircraft. Again, there's so much space in the second row and it's so adjustable. The third row is not too bad too, but there's so much to do in the second row. You have your climate controls up here, you've got AC vents, you've got reading lights, you've got your cup holder and tray table. The best part of all, your control panel on the right side, which adjusts your footrest, which means you can do this, and there's so much space that allows you to do that. Your angle of recline, and the seats are heated and cooled too. Of course, all of this would be for naught if the seats weren't comfortable themselves, and these are proper Ottoman style recliner seats, and I don't think you can do much better. It's the kind of seat you wouldn't want to get out of, let alone need to, with everything presented to you. This includes seat ventilation and heating, a 17-speaker JBL entertainment system with a flip-down 13-inch screen, complete with 90s-style remote control. There's even 2 sunroofs. It's the very definition of personal space, and it's probably the best differentiator versus the Vellfire's competition. Now, it's not often that you get to sit with your legs crossed in the third row of a car, but in the Vellfire it's possible just because space optimization has been done so well. The second row is in its middle position and there's more than enough space for me to put my legs up and sit. Even if I were to sit with my feet down, under thigh support is not the greatest, but the seat itself is very comfortable. My legs are laid out flat, my knees are not in my face, which is very useful, especially for a longer journey. Toyota says that it's a 7-seater. We tried fitting 3 back here. It's going to be a little bit of a squeeze because your controls on the left take up a bit of space, but for 2 people, long journey, eminently doable. There's even half-decent cargo capacity with all 3 rows up, though a full flat loading bay is only a tuck and a fold away. Coming to the front of the cabin, where the seats are large and comfortable and the view from the driver's seat commanding. And while the rear of the cabin has plusher materials, the front can feel a little more plastically, though it's not a deal breaker by any stretch. The large 10-inch touchscreen has all the modern standards of connectivity too, but this is definitely not where most owners are going to be finding themselves. Owners will be pleased to note though that the Vellfire's hybrid powertrain is rated for 16.3 kmpl as per ARAI. The 2.5-litre petrol engine makes 117 PS and 198 Nm of torque and is helped along by 2 electric motors, one on each axle, wheel drive system and a combined output of about 197 PS. A light throttle foot will keep you in electric-only mode, but the switch to petrol power is utterly seamless. Sometimes it requires checking the instrumentation to know when it actually happens. As to how the Vellfire drives, well, if you're going to be an owner who jumps into the driver's seat, the rare occasion that you do that, you will be pleasantly surprised. It's not at all intimidating as the size would make you believe, and that's mainly down to the effortless steering actually. It really does hide the size of the car. And at 5 meters long with a nearly 3 meter long wheelbase, it is a large car. The good thing is, the Vellfire also doesn't make you feel it in the way that it rides and handles. Granted, we've had a very short test drive on Toyota's own test track. It's a straight joined by a set of hairpin turns, we've been under strict instructions not to cross 60 in the turn. So at 60, I can tell you that the ride is very neutral right through the corner. There's a good sense of grip from the front, but I have a feeling that pushing any harder would definitely have you testing the limits of the car. At these speeds, the Vellfire rides very flat and neutral, and I'm sure it's going to be a very good experience for the big guys sitting in the back. Well, the experience from the second row of the Vellfire is pretty much what we suspected it would be. Perfectly blissful. It feels like you're just wafting along the road. Only minor appearances in the road conditions actually make it through the cabin, and they make it through the cabin in such a muted fashion is that you don't really realize it at all. Again, calling back to the fact that we are on a test track with good road surface, this is definitely far better than the other Toyota MPV that we can think of. So that being said, that's quite a benchmark then. While the rest of us scoff at the near rupees 80 lakh expected price of the Vellfire, prospective owners will no doubt see the value in the unparalleled second row experience. There truly is nothing that offers this level of space, comfort and plushness, whether you're looking at other luxury vans or even luxury sedans. It's the closest you'll get to a first-class experience on wheels.